right, y'all. So I am on my trading view. This is one of the platforms that I use to mark up charts. If you don't have an account, I suggest you go ahead and sign up for one. I think I've told the story that I marked up charts on my phone. Well, I didn't even mark up charts. That's a whole different conversation. I thought I could trade from my phone. Haha, joke was on me. But I started marking up charts probably a couple months after I started trading. And I wanted to show you guys, just as a continuation for a video that I had done about Fibonacci strategy. I wanted to show y'all how higher time frame key levels play into Fib. So the video I did before, I kind of just showed you how to use Fibonacci, and I really didn't give you a basis of how it all works together. And for me, when I got all those pieces put together, that was a missing piece. So this is a chart I drew up on November 1st, and in it, you can see here that I have price going to the 61.8 level. Now, this is not just a number I just picked out of my head and said, okay, this is going to be it. Like, based on what I've been studying, I know that price tends to react on any of these red levels right here, the 38.2, the 50, or the 61.8. It could react off the 23.62, but that would be what we call a shallow retracement. And as you can see, we went up to the 50 at one point, and then I'm like, okay, I think we're going to pull all the way back to the 61.8. And I got this trend line break. So I'm like, okay, this is my overall markup. Now, I'm just going to play it out so you can see that price went exactly there. Price went exactly there. In fact, it passed the area that I had presumed. But to play it safe, you could see that once we got this break, price came up and then it came back down and retested, and then it shot up. This was 370 pips, 367, I think, to be exact. But as you can see, before it did that pullback, it went straight to the target. So what I'm going to show you today is how to measure on a higher time frame, and why I mark off those levels on the higher time frame, and how they play into the overall analysis. So here is a markup. I did this markup a while ago. What was it, September? Because I drew like the take profits here. But this is what I drew up. Let me take the fib off so y'all can see. So we hit this target. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of these up trend lines. Trend lines are the bomb. Like, if you can, I sound like my mom. If you can master trend lines and fibs, like, you'll be dope. For real, for real. I don't know what this word is. Let me see. Oh, let me take this off. Okay. And so I thought at the time that price was going to be coming to this level. So let me see. And I thought this was the ABC move, the corrective move, because we had the 1, 2, 3. We had an Elliott wave. I think I'm too far out to see it, but that was my thought. Elliott wave is interesting. You get like different people interpreting it, and you're probably gonna have different wave counts everywhere. So let's see here what we got going on. Let me get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this and this. So last week, GJ made its impulsive move down. And what I'm expecting this week is I'm expecting a pullback. Let me go in and see. Let me see. So this was here. Oh. Let me see. Okay. So what you do, even on the smaller time frames, like on that last video, what I did was I measured from the swing high, which would be here. And you guys know what the high is. It's a high center point, 2 candles to the left that are lower, 2 candles to the right that are lower. So I take it from the swing high to the swing low, which is the inverse of the high. And if I look here, This is closer to the 78.6 to me than the 61.8. That's interesting. Let me get rid of this. So theoretically, what I've always discussed on this channel is that I color code the fib levels. Now, this one, some people put it red. I put it blue just as a reminder for me that it's a shallow retracement, and that if price pulls back to this level, that it's very likely it could stall out at the 118 or the 27. So theoretically, based on what we've learned, price, since it pulled back to the 786 area, that it has the potential to travel to the 134.85 because this is the matching extension. So the pullback, the retracement level is the entry, and the extension is the take profit. So if you're a swing trader like myself and you decide you want to ride this out all the way down, hold on, then this would be your long-term take profit. And this makes sense to me because we've got support here. So of course it would have to pass some key levels before it. Mellow, stop. Come on, guy. Okay, so of course it would have to pass some key levels before making it here, but this makes sense to me. So let me just make this a little longer. And you see, I really don't have to change up my chart too much either from where I had it marked up before. I need to extend my my bars, and I'll extend this one. We'll add a 0 on there. So in theory, Mellow, what are you doing? Sorry, y'all. Hold on. So now I'm going to try to project out and see how long this is going to run. So I go from swing high to the low. This was the initial. So now I'm waiting for price to pull back up in here somewhere before I enter for the sale. And theoretically, if that happens, the next stop should be here, with the potential to travel to the second extension, which is 133. Let me see how many pips this is. Oh, I don't think I want to miss out on GJ. This, that's 580 pips. And that's not even to the proposed target. Let me go back, because I'm hold on. I should have left that there. Let me leave that there. Let me add that back. And then I'm going to do from the high to the low. And I should put this on the other side so I can clearly see. Let's put it on the left so I can clearly see. So now this is crazy. So what I'm looking at, I know you're like, what is this? It's a chart with lines all over it. What I'm looking at is I'm looking for price to come back to a deeper retracement, which is at the 618 pullback area. Somewhere in here is, I want to see a deeper retracement before I enter this trade. And if I do, then I have price coming to here short term, which is 135.847. But then I've also got as an extension to the 133, which that's cool. That's the past support. But based off of this structure, if this truly is an Elliott wave and this was a corrective pullback, essentially price should pull back to the 2.7. Now, what's ironic is the extension, the second extension for this level at a 618 pullback is 130.373. The extension for the overall retracement is 130.406. So my long-term target is going to be here. See how these just match up? That's so wild. I act amazed by it, and I like see it all the time, but it's still amazing to me. Like when I learned how to use fibs is when my whole game changed. So I'm thinking long term, this is probably the move. Let me see. I just want to measure. Yeah, this was 960 pips. And so this would be, yeah, 995, 1,000 pips. Yeah. Yeah. So the purpose and what I'm showing you guys is the fact that on higher time frames, the fib levels are key in telling you how far price will travel overall. Key levels on a higher time frame you want to pay attention to. Like you can on a shorter time frame just go in and mark up a chart and use like fib or whatever, but on a higher time frame those levels are crucial, are very, very crucial. So wow, I'm not messing around on this. Let me just draw up my lines. Let me just draw up my lines, my down trend lines. So I get the ray, and then I just do this. So I go from swing low to the next swing low, and then I take it from the second touch to the next touch, and then I take it from that touch to the inner touch. Oh, look at that. And then to find my entry, I do go down to a lower time frame. And had I been paying close attention to this, this is why it's important to do your markups ahead of time. Had I been paying close attention to this, I would have been able to hop in on this a little bit sooner. But I really think we're probably going to see a pullback somewhere in here. Let me just measure out. And then what I'll do, let me see. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm looking for a pullback in this area. Let me, I already got it marked out, but I want to draw this over so that I can know what I'm looking for. So I'll probably take a position somewhere in here. It could go back as high as 139.90, but I'll probably just put my stop just above. And once I get that retest, it's on. And I might ride this thing out. I mean, how long did it take to get the first 900 pips? That took 22 days. I could sit in a trade for a month. I could sit in a trade for a month and not do anything else. I think I could do that easily, especially if we get the type of movement that I think we may get. And then what I'll do too is along the way, once these fibs are complete, so once this reaches the level, then it's going to correct back to the 61.8. I'll probably add to the trade as well. Yeah, GJ looks good though. I hope y'all are looking at this setup for potential entry. I'm going to go ahead and mark this up for the sale and get my call out and stuff. Hopefully this video was helpful. If you have questions, feel free. Put them down below. Somebody else might have the question too. And then also check out our no-cost Facebook Forex Mastermind group. We get together pretty regularly and we mark up charts. We mark up charts. And if you don't have a platform that you mark up charts on, make sure you check out TradingView. There's another platform that I use too that I like. I'm going to do a video about it. And you can check that out as well. So I appreciate you guys for watching. I will see you on the next video and I hope you have a fantabulous, yes, I said fantabulous Sunday. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.